Hello everyone. So today we will continue with the examples of roots of complex numbers. Example 1. Prove that I raised to I is real and find the value of sine into log I raised to I. Now as we did in the previous lecture, we know that principal logarithm of I raised to I is I log I. Okay, we can write log I raised to I equal to I log I. So, and now if we take according to the formula which we did of roots of complex number, we can write log I as log under root 0 plus 1 plus I tan inverse 1 by 0. Because here value of x is 0 and y is 1. Then only you will get I. Okay. So, now again log 1 will be 0. So here we can write I into I and tan inverse 1 is pi by 2. And so we get I square into pi by 2. But value of I square is minus 1, so we get minus pi by 2. And now we have log I raised to I equal to minus pi by 2. So we can write I raised to I is equal to exponential of minus pi by 2. Now what we have to prove that I raised to I should be real, and as here I term is not there, we can say that we got I raised to I real term. Okay? And now we have to find the value of sine log I raised to I. So sine log I raised to I can be again written as sine into I log I. Therefore we can write sine, and again here value of x is 0 and y is 1. So we can write I into log under root 0 plus 1 plus I into tan inverse 1 by 0. So if we solve it further, we can write it as sine into I square pi by 2, and again the value of I square is minus 1. So we will get sine of minus pi by 2, and so the answer of sine log I raised to I will be minus 1. Okay, so we proved that the value of I raised to I is real. That is, here I term is not there. So we can say that we got real term, and we also find the value of sine log I raised to I. Okay, now moving towards example 2. Prove that cos log I raised to I is equal to 0. Now again it is similar to the previous example, but here instead of sine, log cos is given. Okay, so again we can write cos into I log I. So we can write cos I, and we can write this term as according to the roots of complex number. According to the formula, we get log under root 0 plus 1, because here also x is 0 and y is 1, plus I into tan inverse 1 by 0. It means that here we get I square into pi by 2, and cos pi by 2 is 0. So finally we can prove that value of cos log I raised to I is 0. Okay. Now example 3. Show that sin iz conjugate of sin iz is equivalent to sin iz conjugate if and only if z conjugate is equivalent to n pi I, where n belongs to z. Now this is the circular function. Okay, and circular function can be represented in the hyperbolic form according to this formula. This is the formula that if we want to represent the circular function in the hyperbolic form, then we can express it like this. That the concept of circular and hyperbolic function we will discuss in the further lectures, but just now you just accept it that this is a circular functions. This both are circular functions, and they can be represented in the hyperbolic function as I into sin hz conjugate, and here also I into sin hz conjugate. This is the formula to represent circular function into the hyperbolic form. So these are hyperbolic functions, and the given functions are circular functions. And now we will represent the circular functions in the real part. That is our formula of sin hz, that you all know that formula of sin hz can be written as e raised to z minus e raised to minus z by 2. And similarly for here, why we have written minus I? Because here whole conjugate is given. So we have to write it minus I into e raised to z minus e raised to minus z by 2 equal to I into, and here only z conjugate is there, so we have to write e z conjugate minus e raised to minus z conjugate by 2. And now solving it further, we get minus e of z conjugate minus e raised to minus z conjugate, because this I and this I will get cancelled. Again this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, so we will get this form. Okay, so we can rewrite it as 2ez conjugate is equal to 2e minus z conjugate. So we can write it as e raised to 2z conjugate equal to 1. Okay, so we will get 2z conjugate is equal to log 1. If this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, then we can write it as e2z conjugate, that is equivalent to 1. And if we want to remove exponential from here, then we can write it as 2z conjugate equal to log 1. Okay, so 2z conjugate, and again we have log here, so we can apply the formula of roots of complex numbers. So that is equal to log under root 1 plus 0, because here x is 1 and y is 0, plus I into 2n pi plus tan inverse 0 by 1. So we will get 2z conjugate equal to, again this term will be 0. So we will get 2n pi I. And if we solve it further, then again this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So we will get z conjugate is equal to n pi I, where n belongs to z. So we have to show that only. We have to show that this both are equivalent if z conjugate is equivalent to n pi I. Okay, so we compared them and we finally got z conjugate equal to n pi I. So we can say that whenever z conjugate is equivalent to n pi I, this both are same. Okay. So in this way you have to solve the example. So example 4, now we will study how to separate the real and imaginary parts according to logarithm of complex numbers, according to the formula of logarithm of complex number, which we did in the previous lecture. So now here it is asked to separate the real and imaginary parts of these three questions are given. Okay, so we will solve it one by one. So question 1, now you all know this very well, to apply, how to apply the formula of logarithm of complex number. But let us see, log 1 minus I, log 1 plus I and the base 1 minus I is given. Then how we can rewrite it as, because we have the formula log b base a, if we have this type of expression, then we can write it as log b by log a. So here this is our b and this is our a, then we can rewrite this whole equation as log b by log a, that is log 1 plus I upon log 1 minus I. So again, as we have log term, now we can apply logarithm of complex number, the formula of logarithm of complex number. So we will get log under root 1 plus 1 plus I tan inverse 1 by 1. Because here x is 1 and y is also 1. Okay, but here x is 1 and y is minus 1. So in the denominator part we will get log under root 1 plus 1 plus I into tan inverse minus 1 by 1. So that is equivalent to log under root 2 plus I into pi by 4, and again in the denominator part log under root 2 plus I into minus pi by 4. Okay. So again, as we have under root 2, we can write it as 2 raised to 1 by 2. We can write the root 2 as 2 raised to 1 by 2. So here in place of under root 2, I have written log 2 raised to 1 by 2 plus I into pi by 4. And again in the denominator part, log 2 raised to 1 by 2 minus I into pi by 4. And now we can rewrite this equation as 1 by 2 log 2 plus I into pi by 4 divided by 1 by 2 log 2 minus I into pi by 4. But as we have to express and we have to separate the real and imaginary part, in the denominator term there should not be any imaginary term. પણ અહીંયા imaginary term છે, તો જ્યારે imaginary term આપેલી હોય તો એને કાઢવા માટે આપણે અહીંયા conjugate એનું લેવું પડે. In Gujarati we can say કરણી. Okay? So in order to remove this imaginary term, we have to take its conjugate. As here negative sign is there, we will multiply and divide by positive term. So we will multiply and divide it by positive term, 1 by 2 log 2 plus I pi by 4 upon 1 by 2 log 2 plus I pi by 4. And solving it further, we will get log 2 whole square plus I pi log 2 minus pi square by 4 divided by log 2 whole square plus pi square by 4. This is simple multiplication. You can solve it and you will get this answer. And now as we want to find the real and imaginary part, so if we compare it, then we get x equal to the real part, that is log 2 square minus pi square by 4 divided by log 2 whole square plus pi square by 4. And y will be the imaginary term. So what is the imaginary term here? That is I pi by log 2. So that is pi log 2 divided by log 2 whole square plus pi square by 4, which will remain common. Okay? So in this way you can find real and imaginary parts. So now solving the second question, that is 1 plus I whole raised to I is given. So now we can solve it. Now again we will take the logarithm. Then we will get I log 1 plus I. Okay? So again, if we apply formula of logarithm of complex number, then we will get I into log under root 1 plus 1 plus I into tan inverse 1 by 1. So I into log under root 2 plus I pi by 4. So that is equivalent to, again under root 2 can be written as 2 raised to 1 by 2. So I can rewrite it as 1 by 2 log 2 plus I pi by 4. Okay? So finally we will get log z equal to I by 2 log 2 minus pi by 4. How we got minus here? Because whenever we will multiply I square I into I, we will get I square, and value of I square is minus 1. So we will get I by 2 log 2 minus pi by 4. And again here log term is there. So in order to remove that log term, we will write in the form of exponential term, that is e raised to I by 2 log 2 into e raised to minus pi by 4. But formula of e raised to I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay? So here what is there? E raised to I theta. This is our theta. So I can rewrite this term in the form of this term. E raised to I theta શું થાય? cos theta plus I sin theta. So આ છે e raised to I theta ના જ ફોર્મમાં છે. So here in place of this term, I can write cos theta plus I sin theta. Theta is log under root 2. અને આ જે term છે આમ નામ રહેશે. Okay? So we will get this term finally. And now as we have to find the real and imaginary part, so comparing with this equation, we will get x equal to the real part, that is this term, and imaginary part will be the y term. So y will be this term, e raised to minus pi by 4 into sine log under root 2. Okay, and then now solving the third question, that is minus I whole raised to minus 1 minus I is given. Similarly, here also we have this z, so we can find log z, that is by taking its principal logarithm we will get minus 1 minus I into log raised to minus I. So again, now this term is also logarithm term, so we can apply here logarithm of complex number, that is we can use this formula. So this term will remain as it is. So here we will get log under root 0 plus 1 minus I into tan inverse 1 by 0. So value of log 1 is 0, and here tan inverse 1 is pi by 2. So we will get minus 1 minus I into minus I pi by 2, but this minus minus will become positive, so we will get 1 minus I into I pi by 2. And now here log z is there, so log z is equal to I pi by 2 plus, here it will be I pi by 2 minus I square pi by 2. But value of I square is again minus 1, and minus minus here we will get positive term. So it will be I pi by 2 plus pi by 2. But again here log term is there, so we will get z equal to exponential of pi by 2 into 1 plus I. So that is equivalent to e raised to pi by 2 into e raised to I pi by 2. But again this is the formula of e raised to I theta. So here in place of this term I can write cos theta plus I sin theta. So e raised to pi by 2 into cos theta plus I sin theta. Our theta is pi by 2. So here we will get z equal to I into e raised to pi by 2, because value of cos pi by 2 will be 0 and sin pi by 2 will be 1. So we will get I into e raised to pi by 2 as a final answer. And now if we want to find we are asked to find the real and imaginary terms. So here real term is 0. So we will get x equal to 0. And by comparing imaginary term, we will get y equal to e raised to pi by 2. Okay. So we will get real and imaginary terms. So in this way you can find real and imaginary terms. Do practice such type of examples of logarithm of complex number at your home. Thank you everyone. I hope you all liked my video lecture. Thank you.